Yeah. Sheriff Deputy Mac, boy. I see you done spiced your name up a little bit and shit. I feel you, nephew. I feel you, nephew, man. I know I ain't been live. I know I ain't been putting out content. I told y'all I needed me a breather, man. Shout out to Slick Rick, man, for reaching out to me as well, man. I really much greatly appreciate it. Hopefully the microphone is coming in all nice and clear and all crispy and all that. But if it ain't, as long as y'all can hear me, that's all that really matters, man. But y'all already know I forgot to change the thumbnail too, man. So it's got a post fight when it really ain't a post fight, but that's okay. Welcome to another edition of Cotton Local TV, being brought to you by CL Management DV Tracksuits. Big shout out to the mighty LDBC. What's going on, Jose Diaz? ¿Cómo está mi hermano, man? How's everybody doing, man? Listen, man, we got a tremendous fight card coming up this Saturday, man. But I like to talk a little bit first about the hey, man, that little press conference from yesterday, man. I almost wanted to go live yesterday and talk about it, man, when I saw it, because it was the most hilarious thing I had ever seen, man. And I thought it was great. I thought it was great, man. Not only Shakur, but also Berlanga, both of them were kind of feeding off each other. We know that they're good friends and all that stuff, man. And they were cooking. They were cooking Oscar De La Hoya, man. And I enjoyed it, man. For some reason, I truly enjoyed that, man. I was like, man. And Berlanga couldn't have did no better than what he did, man, because that man came out there, pulled out the Louis bag, threw a wig at the man, right? Threw that wig at him. And then he started throwing some, lingerie at him. You know what I'm saying? Then he threw some dollar bills, and told him to strip for him. Y'all feel me, man? And I thought that shit was funny because Oscar, for the first time in his life, had no response. He really didn't have no response. That's how you know that his clapback Thursdays are pre-written. He could not freestyle for shit. Because when he was getting cooked on that stage, he could not think on his feet. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't think on his feet. And then him telling Shakur, you don't have enough money to bet me. You don't have enough money to bet me. Then Shakur tell him, well, let's bet $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Let's bet $1 million. Well, why all of a sudden did Oscar De La Fishnets switch up and say, well, I'm not a betting man. I'm not a betting man. See, a lot of these folks be giving the De La Hoya a pass, but they're not listening to him. First, he says he don't have enough money to bet with Oscar, and then Oscar tells him he's not a betting man. So which one is it, man? Did Shakur not have enough money, or you just ain't a betting man to begin with? Somebody talk to me. Slick Rick TV, appreciate you a lot, man. K-Rod, appreciate you a lot, man. Slick Rick, I appreciate you reaching out to me, man, and kind of waking me up, man. Even though I had a real good reason to take a break from all this toxic situation going on YouTube, And I know I have a responsibility to bring out this truth, and this unbiased and straight to the gut type of material. I get it. Frontline was good with you, man. But, man, let's break this down, bro. First of all, man, Berlanga cooked De La Hoya, right? I thought it was great. I think it's going to bring more eyes to the fight, right? And let me just go ahead and say, sounds like he's running out of money. Maybe he doesn't believe in himself. He don't believe in say pay. That's what he don't believe in. But I'm going to get to that in a minute, man. I'm going to try to be brief and, I'm going to try to be brief. I don't know how that's going to work, but I'm going to try to be brief, okay? I'm going to try. Mr. Shelton, what's going on with you, man? And by the way, shout out to my brother, Acondo. Hopefully his recovery is going great. I know I talked to him about a week ago and stuff like that, but hopefully everything is going in the right direction the way it needs to go, man. That's my brother for real, for real. So Hopefully that's going well. I've been meaning to text him and call him, and I need to do that. But shout out to Acondo, man. He just as well, man. Berlanga going into this fight. Let me just say this, man, because a lot of people are picking Sheeraz simply based on the hate that they have for Edgar Berlanga. Let me say that one more time. A lot of people are picking Sheeraz based on the fact that they hate Edgar Berlanga. It's got nothing to do with the X's and O's. It doesn't have anything to do with what they see on film. And why do I know it ain't got nothing to do with it when they see on film? Because I'm seeing a lot of people say Edgar Berlanga ain't changed. He's the same fighter that fought back then, and I don't know, like he should have had more than one loss, and that's. Yeah, I know he's been in the lives, bro. Um, that's the old Berlanga is what people don't understand. Do I have to give y'all a history lesson again and explain to y'all that he was with Rozier in New York for the longest, and I didn't like that. Okay? After the rough outings that Edgar Berlanga had, he went back to Mark Ferre down here in Florida. Right? And ever since he came down here, before he even fought his first fight after coming down here, I love the move because he went back to a trainer that had him doing the right things all along, way back in the day. Now, I knew it would take some time to develop that and get him used to that again. But every time he's fought under Mark Ferret, I have seen improvement after improvement after improvement, man. And yes, okay, he lost to Canelo. Big deal, right? It's not a big deal to me. I still felt he looked good in that fight. I mean, he was going forward. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he was, and I'm like, what the hell, man? I thought, hey, for the inexperience that he has and who he was fighting, I thought he did a hell of a job, right? Now, going into the Sheeraz fight, man, and the reason I am going to mention this as well going into this, right? I done talked about Berlanga and how his improvements have been very notable. Only the people that don't like him and hate him have not noticed that or gave him credit for that. And that's a damn shame because when I see channels out here talking out their ass, right, without really going with anything substantial to back it up, nothing that's factual to back it up, all they're doing is talking out their ass with some diarrhea and in their feelings. Has nothing to do with the fact 903 boxing was going on, bro. And I've said this a long time ago. I know maybe some of y'all don't remember, but I've seen several videos, saying that Shakur and Cepeda should have been the main event. And yes, while I agree with that, I tried to tell y'all that the reason that Berlanga versus Sheeraz is the main event is because Sheeraz is one of Turkey's fighters. Turkey's going to make sure that his fighter's in the main event. This got nothing to do with Berlanga. Right? Now we all know, we all felt that Sheeraz should have lost to Carlos Adames. We all know this, man. But if the people that are thinking, how are they looking at this? I've seen people pick Sheeraz already. I ain't gonna mention the names. But I've seen several people pick Sheeraz, and they're entitled to do that. Everybody has their own opinion, but I just don't think that they did it with facts. I think they did it based on feelings. And I believe that Edgar Berlanga's time is Saturday night. I believe he's going to make a statement with Hamza Sheeraz. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to be like what Ammo Williams did in there. You know what I'm saying? Which Ammo Williams, to me, could beat Sheeraz. Ammo Williams is just an up and down fighter that sometimes he's on his, he's on his peak, and then sometimes he comes in lackadaisical. I don't think it was a matter of Sheeraz being better than Ammo. I just think Ammo didn't go into that fight 100, right? That's really all it was. But I don't expect Edgar Berlanga to be on a low. I expect him to come in there in peak condition under Mark Ferre. I don't see how he's not going to go in there the disciplined way, man. You know what I'm saying? And you just said a whole lot right there, man. Let me just put this out there, man. What's going on, Joe Townsend? What's going on, Mr. Ice Cream Man? I would never pick a UK fighter over an American fighter. And I'm gonna bring another thing up. I'm glad you even mentioned that 903. Cause let me clear something up, man. It looks cringy as hell. Cringy as hell for somebody like Oscar de la Fish, de la Ho, to be questioning and telling that Edgar Berlanga is not Puerto Rican. Who the hell is he to even insinuate whether Berlanga is Puerto Rican or not? Let me just clear that up. He is 100% Puerto Rican, just so y'all know. He's 100% Puerto Rican. There's no way a Mexican by the name of Oscar de la Hoya, which Mexicans didn't even want to accept back in the days, is going to sit there and say, I'm more Puerto Rican than Berlanga. No, you're not. Sit your ass down. And while I'm at it, Jake Paul, you're not Puerto Rican either. Just let me put that out there. For those in the back. I appreciate what he's done. I appreciate what Jake Paul's done for women's boxing, or for the sport of boxing itself. All those things are appreciative. But you're not gonna you're not gonna be out there false flagging and shit. You can't be like, I'm Puerto Rican. No, you're not, bro. And neither is you, Oscar de la Hoya. You know what I'm saying? So there is that, right? I am picking Edgar Berlanga to win this. Probably, shit. Who said they're more Puerto Rican than Berlanga? Oscar de la Hoya said it. He said it. Don't nobody believe him. But see, this is the thing. They like to cause friction because by him saying that, the people that don't know, that are not Puerto Rican, right? They're gonna start making videos wondering, is Berlanga mixed? Is Berlanga really from this? Is Berlanga this? It starts that kind of false narrative that floats around in the internet, like it always floats around on the internet. And I'm just here to say he's 100% Puerto Rican. Yes, I know he grew up in New York. He is Puerto Rican bloodline. Period. 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 That's just what it is. Kamara, what's good with you? Oscar is a Europe Mexican. Yeah, man. Connor, I'm with you there, 100. Edgar's doing very well. Edgar just not going to get credit he deserves, period. I don't think he will. I know Oscar married a Puerto Rican woman, but that's stupid to say, man. That girl probably taking him for his money, because ain't no Puerto Rican, ain't no real Puerto Rican woman gonna be happy with no goddamn Mexican. I'm sorry, y'all can take it how y'all want. That's a money grab right there. You know how them bitches do in Puerto Rico, bro. You know how they do. Shit, if you know, you know. That ain't no love right there. Oh, yeah. Yes, he did, 903. I thought it was a beautiful thing, man. But anyway, let me get off of that. I'm going to predict Edgar Berlanga. I'm going to say 5th round stoppage. Yeah, I'm going to say 5th round stoppage on that shit. I ain't going to be long-winded today, man, because, bro, I really didn't want to come on YouTube back for another whole year, if I'm being honest. I really didn't want to come back on here for a good another year. With y'all lying ass goddamn channels and your feelings motherfuckers, and in your narrative making motherfuckers, and in your y'all some bitches, bro. For real, bro. I'm just gonna, man, y'all some bitches, man. Y'all some bitches, man. Edgar should have thrown you some goddamn panties too. Shit. Cause all of y'all, man, a lot of y'all, I ain't gonna say all of y'all, but a lot of y'all just Yeah, bro. Jake Paul calling himself Puerto Rican is most disrespectful, narcissistic thing to say, and he needs to stop that. And you know what's worse about it, man? I'm gonna tell you, man. Puerto Rico has changed, bro. Puerto Rico has definitely changed since I was there back in my days. Because back in the days, there's no way this man walks around Puerto Rico saying that. There's just no way. I don't know what happened between the generations and shit. But he wouldn't have been allowed to be walking around like that. It just wouldn't happen, man. Not at all. And by the way, I understand that Amanda Serrano's fighting tonight. I get it. I'm against that trilogy. I don't like it. I've been against it since day one. You know what I'm saying? You know, am I gonna root for her because she's Puerto Rican? Absolutely, I am. I just don't like the fight. I think it serves no purpose. Even if, let's just say, even if, right? Even if she wins tonight, it'll still be 2-1 for Katie. Even though we believe that Amanda got robbed, right? On paper, it's still going to be 2-1. What does that do for you? No, I'm just asking a genuine question. What does that do for you? To me, and I'm gonna call it like it is. To me, it's just another paycheck, another money grab. Okay, they made a lot of money. We're gonna run it a third time. We're gonna make all this money, and it don't matter. Like, it doesn't even matter. That's not even a legacy fight to me. It's not. Hey, Katie went and did that. What's that bitch that she's 1-1 with Cameron or whatever, man? She should have went over there and fought that fight. You know, Amanda should have been looking for like an Alicia Baumgartner type of fight. Wouldn't that make more sense? Wouldn't that make a lot of money too? Wouldn't that be more of a legacy? Wouldn't it? I know y'all ain't liking what I'm saying, but this is no shade or no hate towards Amanda Serrano. I love her to death, and I'm rooting for her tonight. I'm just stating the fact that this would have been better for boxing. Because at that point, it doesn't matter if you win, lose, or draw. It's better quality fights for us fans. Then the announcers talk about Katie, the greatest fighter of all time. And I'm going to go further than that, 903. If Amanda Serrano does not knock her out, I don't care if on film it looks like she won unanimously. They're not going to give her the decision, which is why another reason I don't like the trilogy. They're going to give this fight to Katie Taylor unless Amanda Serrano stops her. Period. 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 And I, for the life of me, don't understand why would you even I'm pushing it 903 because I mean shit. That makes more sense. Alicia versus Serrano. That's why I know I'm different than a lot of you motherfuckers. That's where I know I'm different. Y'all will be too scared to put fighters like that together. Not me. Yo, go get that smoke over there. We want to see Alicia and Amanda Serrano. That's the real fight. Right? Two Americans. Why you got to keep giving a payday to this UK people, man? Yeah. See, I'm trying not to go there, man. But y'all breaking bread with the wrong people. Y'all breaking bread with the wrong people. I would rather Amanda and Alicia Baumgartner break bread together. That's just my opinion. And it ain't my humble opinion because I'm not a humble motherfucker. Never have been, never will be. Matter of fact, I don't even like that word. That word don't even exist in my dictionary. But I am rooting for Amanda, man. Needless to say, I am going to root for her to win, okay? Just to get that straight. I am rooting for her to win. I don't like some of the shit she did, man, you know, with this Clarissa Shields situation and all that. That's a whole nother subject for another day. And let me just go ahead and clear something up. I gives no fucks that Tank Davis got arrested. I don't give a fuck about that. Let me say that one more time. I don't give a fuck about somebody's arrest. I know somebody mentioned it, but I don't care. I've been arrested. What's that? What does that mean? I've been arrested 18 times to be exact, but what does that really mean? We don't know the situation. We don't know if this bitch lying. We don't know none of the details. We're just a he say, she say, he say, she say. Bro, I'm not here for none of that. I'm not here for none of that, and I'm not here to shit on Tank. I'm not. Nor will I shit on Tank. Tank is a phenomenal fighter. And listen, and I've told y'all a million times, y'all just don't listen to me. He's already told you he's a prize fighter. This is why I don't get why y'all even get obsessed with Tank doing this, doing that, doing that. He's already told you he's in it for the money. Once he told you that he's in it for the money, you can no longer get mad at that man. You can't, because he's not lying to you. If he wants to fight Jake Paul next and cash out and retire, he got my blessings. I don't care. He got my blessings because he ain't allowed to kick it. He told you he's a prize fighter. He's told you he wants the money. He told you he's ready to retire. So let him do him. Let him do him. I don't care. But that's just me. I know I'm different. And if y'all out here making a billion videos about him getting arrested, you must be one of those that ain't never been in jail a day in your life. Cause it ain't nothing, it ain't no big deal to it. It really ain't. I've been arrested 18 motherfucking times, right? I ain't get convicted with all that shit, but I've been arrested 18 times, bro. And let me tell you something, bro, man. Let me just say something, bro. And this is gonna probably be an unpopular. Yeah, it's probably gonna be unpopular, man. It probably is gonna be unpopular. But let me tell you something, man. Bro, I be having fun up in that bitch. I ain't gonna lie. We be playing tunk, we be playing spades. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, bro. Like I said, I've been arrested. I ain't had to, you know. I'm just saying. Y'all remember when I used to do a show, man, Florida Swampcast, and I was on there with Op, and I was telling everybody I would have preferred to be. Y'all remember way back then? I said it. I know it's still up on his channel. I said I prefer to be in prison than to be doing this shit over here. I said this about a year and a half ago. And nobody understands that. I don't think nobody has the mindset to understand what I meant by that. But the matter of the fact is, it is a lot tougher to be free than to be in there doing whatever the fuck you want. Slamming dominoes, fighting, drinking. Yeah, man. Yeah. He said, nah, Connor, I disagree. Tank running that back with Roach's legacy. I give him credit for that 903, but what I'm saying is he openly told us he's a prize fighter. So I don't understand people coming after his neck about other fights. Does that make any sense? He's already telling you he's in for the money. Him going back and running it back with Roach, I mean, is the fight still going to happen is what I don't know. I don't know how that whole thing's going to play out. But either way, you know. But yeah, y'all check that damn show, Florida Swampcast, that I did a while back. I remember mentioning that shit. And people was like, Connor, you crazy, man. Ain't no way you prefer to be locked up than doing this and that and that. I'm like, bro. And you know what's funny? The only other person I've ever heard say it and think the same way I did is actually 903 Boxing that's in here. I did hear his take on that, and I was like, damn, I said that about a year and a half ago, player. We didn't know each other, that we weren't following each other back then. So, you know, he didn't know I said it a year and a half ago, right? He had no idea I said that shit on that show. Or maybe he did. I don't know. But he's the only one that probably understands what I was saying because he said it himself. I don't know. Last week or this week earlier, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Black Star Sports TV. What's up, man? But anyway, I don't want to get off into that shit, man, because, like I said, man, I talked about it about a year and a half ago. I'm going to leave it right there. I think 903, yeah, motherfuckers be having fun in prison, man. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, 903, because I'm trying not to get off topic, bro. See, y'all motherfuckers good for swaying me off the damn topic and shit. Y'all good for that shit. And that's why my ass can never get on and off of this goddamn live quick enough, because y'all be pushing me to another subject. Y'all wrong for that shit. But I love y'all the same, but y'all wrong for that shit. For real, man. Now we got what's that motherfucker, man? Alberto Puello, right? He gonna be facing Subriel Matias, right? And I think this is gonna be a very interesting fight. This might actually be one of those fights of the night. And the reason I say that is because I gotta give Alberto Puello a lot of credit. The motherfucker could box and he's very elusive, right? So I think this fight is going to be very entertaining until Subriel Matias' pressure finally catches up with Alberto Puello. And I say until because I do believe that Subriel Matias is going to cut the ring off, right? Unlike Canelo, who's been 30 years in the game and don't know how to cut a ring off, Subriel Matias is cutting that ring off. Canelo, if you're out there, go watch a Subriel Matias fight. He'll show you how to cut the ring off. Hey, Canelo, you want to see how you cut the ring off? Go watch a David Benavidez fight. They know how to cut the ring off. Right? So, yes, a perfect matchup, man. I just think that eventually, and by me saying this, I'm picking Subriel Matias to win by late stoppage, right? Maybe round 10, round 11. I got to give Puello credit because I know he's durable and he's a hell of a fighter. I just think that pressure eventually is good. And it might be that Subriel is down on the cards by the time he stops him. It may even be to a situation where Subriel is staying in the fight, right? But not winning rounds, but he's still being effective with what he's trying to do in his game plan. And then around the 10th and 11th, bop, 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 that's when it's going to happen. And I can see him being down on the cards when he stops Alberto Puello. That's how I see it. Could I be wrong? I could be wrong. But that's my pick. That's my pick, and that's how I see it. You know what I mean? Okay, so now we got that one out the way, right? I ain't trying to stay on here long. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to stay on here. It's Friday. You know what I'm saying? It's Friday. And even though I can't smoke, I'm going to find a way to get right. I'm going to find a way to get right tonight, goddamn. I might have to go pick me up some edibles and shit, right? I give me some of them edibles, them loud edibles. Well, Texas prisoners fun until blacks and Mexicans can go to war. See, the thing about Puerto Rico, though, 903, we ain't had that problem. We ain't had that problem, man. You was in sections. Well, we'll call them pockets, right? We're from this pocket, all of y'all motherfuckers here. Oh, y'all from that pocket of the world? Boom, right over here. You know what's going on here, Ortiz? My older brother's in the building, man. You know? And you set up in different pockets and shit. So it wasn't, yeah, I don't want to get into that. Maybe I'll get into that another one of those days, man. You know? Just another one of those days. But anyway, man. What's going on, BVO Sports TV? The honorary Mexican. That's BVO Mexican, just so y'all know. BVO, he Mexican, man. He's a Emiliano Vargas diehard fan, and I think he's picking Cepeda to beat Shakur too. Did I get that right, BVO? Am I getting that right? I hate to put you on Front Street, but I'm just asking. I'm just asking for the audience that's watching this, you know, and tuning in. I'm trying to get your prediction real quick, you know. You know what I'm saying, man? But salute to you, BBO, man. Man, Slick Rick, man, shit, man. Hey, by the way, I appreciate y'all, man. I mean, I appreciate Slick, man, and I'm gonna read to you what he wrote me, man, just so y'all know, man, because I appreciate you a lot, bro. Like for real, for real. You know, he said, Kano, YouTube needs you. Someone got to keep it real. I've been on a little vacation, but I'm back now. Keep doing you, Kano. I appreciate you, Slick. Look, he got Willie Cepeda and 10. No, hold on, man. See? Uh-huh. I told you he Mexican. I can't make this shit up. This motherfucker more Mexican than he more Mexican than damn. Y'all ain't segregated like Kali. No, not at all. Slick, and I run that area down there, bro. Was it you that Slick Rick, was it you that I told you where to go when you went to Puerto Rico? Where you was asking me where to eat or where to go for this or where to go for that? Was that you that I sent to the right places? And if it was you, did I steer you wrong at all? Did your boy know where everything at back home? Huh? So anyway, we'll see. Puerto Rico's like a little different because they, mainly all Puerto Ricans. You might have a couple of Dominicans and a couple of Cubans and a couple of Jamaicans. Mainly everybody else is Puerto Rican in the Puerto Rican prison. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think I've ever seen a Mexican in Puerto Rico, but that's just you know what I'm saying. Yeah, that was you, Slick Rick. That's right. Man, look, man, the way I see the fight, man, I see and the thing about it is I don't think Shakur gonna get the credit he deserves regardless of what he does in this fight. But I believe he's gonna stand in the middle of the ring and box him from mid-range. I believe he's gonna box Zepeda from mid-range. I believe Shakur might even step to him and put Zepeda on his back foot. Because let me tell y'all something, man. Anytime Tevin Farmer has Zepeda on his back foot, Zepeda was not able to do shit. Now that was Tevin Farmer. You got somebody, yes, man. See, yep, that was me. I know it was me, Slick Rick. I told you, hey, I never steer nobody wrong, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ever go to the island, y'all might want to check in with me, bro. I got you, dog. But that's what I see happening, man. I just believe that Shakur's ring IQ is just levels way above what Zepeda's mindset is. I think he's gonna have him on his back foot, right? I believe this is one of the fights where Shakur is actually gonna not only back him up, but I think he's gonna work the body. Bro, that turkey dude is killing me with anti-Shakur memes. I ain't seen it, but I ain't never been a fan of turkey, man. You know what I'm saying? I see him making and turning Zepeda in as an ineffective fighter by backing him up, jabbing him to the top, working the body, maybe even that stab jab like the one Floyd used to do to the stomach. Boop, back him up, bring him. I don't see Zepeda being successful in this fight at all. So and let me just say this. You see this shit, 903? Dog, I want you to see this, 903. You see this shit? You see this shit? See what I gotta put on there? And he wondered why I stole his bike. That's the sad part, 903. He says shit like this and he wonders why I stole his motherfucking bike. This is why I stole his bike right here. That's why I stole his bike. But back to the Shakur versus Zepeda fight, I believe that all of that I told you, if his hands are healthy and they hold up, I believe Shakur is going to stop Zepeda in the late rounds. That's what I believe, man. That is what I believe, man. But anyways, man. So I got Shakur winning. What's going on, Anthony Latham? Florida in the building. You damn right, bro. I think Turkey is making himself look worse by trying to make his picks and wanting to rig his fighters to win to push his agenda further. Yeah, I deboed his bike already. I deboed his bike. I had to, bro. And just so y'all know, this is E. Ortiz is my older brother, okay? That's my older brother. Same mom, same dad, all that shit. Like real genuine blood brothers, just so y'all know. So, just saying. So I got Shakur winning. I got Subriel Matias winning. I got Berlanga winning. And I believe David Morrell, which is a fight I didn't talk about, I think Morrell is going to win as well. All right. Those are my picks, man. I'm making them official, so y'all know. I think Shakur needs to punish Zepeda with counter hooks. I think the bigger thing is going to be going to the body. I've seen Shakur stop so many people to the body back in the days, and I think he needs to go back to that. I think if he goes back to that, he'll start getting stoppages again. I think he'll start getting stoppages again. I mean, shit. And he ain't pillow fisted. I don't know where that shit be coming from, where they call somebody pillow fisted with a knot. Not at all, man. Man, that's all I got for y'all, man. I know y'all wanted to talk about the goddamn tank arrest, and I know y'all probably wanted to talk about the scuffle between Brian Norman Jr. and Devin Haney. But guess what, man? I ain't talking about that shit, bro. I ain't talking about that shit. I let the ones that like to do that kind of shit, I'll let them do that. You know what I'm saying? I let them do. One thing I can say, Kano, been a Shakur fan. I've been a Shakur fan forever, man. But the thing about it is, Slick, I've been fair. I've been fair. When he was wrong, I said he was wrong. When he's right, I've been saying he's right. I don't babysit him. You know what I'm saying? Like if certain situations happen, I gave him the fair criticism. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, shout out to Kevin Newman, my brother, man, because he doing big things and shit like that, man. We'll have a cool announcement here soon, man. I might even call him and bring him on the show and let him do the cool announcement on live and shit like that, but only when he's allowed to, go ahead and give that news. I know who he's fighting next already. I just can't tell y'all. So that dude Morrell fighting Pop Dirty, I still think Morrell gonna win and shit, man. I still think Morrell gonna win. Russian dude Morrell fighting is a drug cheat, but I hope Morrell KOs. I think Morrell's still gonna get him. I don't even understand how they're even allowing him to keep fighting if he already popped dirty. That's the thing that I don't understand. Is that something? Is that a new trend where motherfuckers test dirty and they're still allowed to fight? Like, what's the point in testing them if you're not gonna do nothing to them? What's the point in testing them if you're gonna allow them to fight anyway and make that paycheck? You ain't hurting them where it hurts. So if you're not taking his money by not allowing him to fight, they're gonna keep doing it. Yeah, you might suspend him down the road, but he's already made the paycheck off the fight. Pro boxers tomorrow night, man. Listen, bro. Berlanga's fighting. Subriel is fighting, and Shakur's fighting. I can't pay attention to that pro box card. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. That my focus is going to be there. Now, as far as the Amanda Serrano fight, I don't know if I'll tune in. It depends. It depends. By the way, man. By the way, y'all, man. Shit. Listen, man. I know this ain't like what I want to say. Let me copy it and paste it. This is a channel, man, that I started. That's gonna be just me gaming and shit. So, I I decided to do that. That way, when I game, I'm over there gaming, and it's not mixed in with this channel at all, man. So if y'all want to show that channel love and give it some subscribers and shit, I'd appreciate it. If not, that's cool too. I mean, shit. Ever since I lost my big channel, it ain't like them motherfuckers came back over here anyway. You feel me? But if you decide to show it some love, it's greatly appreciated. And if you want to show 903 Boxing some love, I would appreciate it if you subscribe to this channel too. Because if you ain't subscribed to 903 Boxing, you on dope and dog food, man. Anyways, man, this always brought to you by CL Management, DV Tracksuits. Big shout out to the mighty LDBC. Local TV. Man, we out of here, man.